Yeah, welcome back to my workshop. My wife says I've got to look at the camera, not the screen, so I'm going to try it. But it's a bad habit I've got. Anyway, this is a second part of the video. In my last video, I made this bowl, and I hollowed it out using Klingspor's 16 grit abrasive. Yeah, that's what I did. A bit of a challenge, so I thought, why not? Anyway, whilst I was doing that, I got into the, do I just burn it or do I make something? And I figured, I got an idea, I'll make a little trophy. So this is the second video in the series, and on the lathe, I have a small piece of wood. That's going to be a base. That'll be a stand. The reason for the stand will come in obvious later on. And just going to clean this up, get it to the right size, and go from there. I'm afraid I'm not going to be using abrasive for this. I could, probably, but I'm not going to. Sorry, Rob. Just take a surface cut just to clean it. Let me to size it. Just a little cove in the edge there. I've got a little bit more on that edge. Just get rid of those two flats either side. I can do that with a bead. I'm reaching for a spindle gouge. A slight refinement on that cove just because I can. And we're there. That didn't take long. I don't want this sanded because I'm going to glue to it. But I will sand the edge, and I need a small hole in the middle just for a mortise. I'll drill that bit. Normally skip the 320. Sorry, Rob. No, I never skip the 320. That is pretty much done. I'm pretty sure I'm going to regret this, but I got this mortise. It's about 2 mil deep. I want it gone. Normally, you just turn the piece around and cut it off. I'm going to sand it off. So I'm starting with the 240 grit not 240 grit, 24 grit. I don't have a way of putting Velcro on the 16 grit, so I can't start with that. But this is going to be silly. Kind of works. Let's refine that a little bit. Change the 24 out for some 80. But take the dust off. It's not too bad. It's not brilliant, but it's not too shabby either. So the next part of the job is to glue this disc to there, which is why I didn't sand that, because you want a bit of texture when you're gluing. Now I have absolutely no idea what the correct glue for the back of a sanding disc is, and I don't think I'll ever need to know why or what it is. I'm just using some Titebond. It's also why I've not put any finish on this yet, because I want this glue to hold. I don't want anything getting in the way. Plus I've got some other daft ideas to put into it. So a nice even film there. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to position it. These discs don't lie flat. They're that stiff and heavy. That oh, from a comment on my part 1 of the video, this is no longer sandpaper. This is officially rock paper, because it's that coarse. And a sensible thing to do is put that in a vise and do it that way. But yeah, there's nothing sensible about this project so far, so why change anything now? So I'm going to put it in there, hold it there, bring the tailstock up and use that as a press. Okay, so the next piece I want is just a short stem. Just want to lift the bowl away from the base, because otherwise you can't see the base. So a little gap, not a lot. I've got a little mortise drilled in the end here. That's to go on the bowl. I need a small tenon on this end. Yeah, it just doesn't look right, but it is right. One of the nice things about these ring centers from Axminster is they're really quite small on the end, so you can work in fine like this. And because they've got a little center point, you can take things off and put them back on, and hopefully still aligned. Like so. So if I go for a V-cut there. Yeah, V-cut there. Heartbeat there. Just try and tidy up that bottom edge. That's wrong. So use a toe skew. Yeah, that'll do. It's a stem, not a barrel stem. So, stem fits in there, bowl of corn top obviously. So the next bit, I'm going to gold leaf the abrasive, or I've laser bit. Gold leaf the abrasive. No, I don't think it doesn't make sense, but none of the project makes sense. Yeah, I'm turning with abrasive rather than gouges. What's it got to make sense for? So let's get the gold leaf stuff in play. Now I have absolutely no idea if size sticks to whatever this is. Never been called on to do it before. Never felt the urge before. But it could be a fair bit of video editing on this because A, putting the size on takes a while, and B, you've got to wait 10 minutes. So Usually my cue to go and get a cup of coffee and put you on pause. Putting it on quite thick, so I might give this 15 minutes, not 10. Alexa, set timer for 15 minutes. I wonder how many houses that's going to set out. Okay, 15 minutes has elapsed. So it's time to attempt to get some gold leaf on here. I'm not very good at this stuff. I usually get into a mess. I honestly don't see why today should be any different, but we'll give it a go anyway. Little stippling brush. The makeup brush from Lidl, in fact. Well, kind of gold leaf, didn't it? Give that a few minutes and then I'll try and take the edges off clean. So I'll stick it back on pause while I'm waiting for that to happen. Okay, whose job was it to tell me to put the camera back on when I tied up the gold leaf? I forgot, sorry. Right, assembly time. Let's high bond. One post. Bit of glue around the bottom. Smear it in with a finger. Bit of glue in the top. Grab the bowl. Fit that first. Oh, throw it on the floor. Fit that again. Slot it into the base. For gluing up things like this, I find these exercise weights absolutely ideal because they stack together nicely and apply some pressure. So I can leave that now for 20 minutes. I'm going to grab a cup of coffee and I'll see you in a bit. So the thing exists. Don't know if it should, but it does. A little bit of I'm just using Danish oil. Use any Danish oil, but oil is the right treatment for this. You don't really want this to be glossy. Take away from the gold leaf. So a satin finish is ideal. Danish can be glossy. Obviously I left the oil until the last minute to allow for the glue. And it'll get probably 3 coats of oil over a couple of days. It doesn't have to be over a couple of days, but that fits in with my schedule of doing other things. There's the top with the laser engraving. So there you go. It's a thing. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be given to Rob of Klingspor. Hopefully at Yandles in a couple of weeks' time, because I'm going to be there, and hopefully Rob will be as well, because it'd be nice to see him. But 16 grit gold leafed and made into a, I don't know, sweet dish. Bit of firewood, I don't know. We'll give it to Rob and he can sort it out. Thank you ever so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please remember to hit the thumbs up, because that makes me happy. And also, if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe and the bell, and then you'll know when I'm doing something daft next time. Take care. Cheers for now.